welcome back to another episode of Bitches Who Brunch. I am your head bitch in charge, Miss Vonnie Lynn, and as always, I have my amazing co-host with me, Abel. What's going on, Abel?
Hi, friend. We got everything going. We're recording. Okay, I almost forgot to record, but we're recording. Everything's good.
Record button's good. We're good to go because right before we were coming on, you disappeared, and it was just me and our guest. And I was like, oh.
And when we came back, y'all disappeared, and it was just me.
I love this. I love the universe. I love starting these episodes with my adrenaline pumping because I don't know what's going to happen. It's amazing. Let's say hi to our guest today. We have Nathaniel from Low and Slow Barbecue. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Yep. That's
all
it.
All right. Say hi to everybody, Nathaniel.
Yep. Hi.
So his name is Nathaniel, and he likes to be called Nathaniel. So you're going to hear me say Nathaniel a lot during this episode, right, Nathaniel?
Yep. The full name.
All right, Nathaniel. So go ahead and say your name for us. Low and Slow.
Yeah. So my name is Nathaniel. I'm with Low and Slow.
Say it again. Low and Slow.
Yeah. Nathaniel. Yeah. That was a lot of syllables is what it is, so it gets stressful. Halfway through.
A little ASMR.
Little ASMR. Oh
yeah. Should I into the microphone?
There you go.
Ooh,
yeah.
A little bit lower.
Nathaniel.
Lower.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, we got a guy on here for you today. Go ahead and send in those comments or anything and let us know if you have questions. Put them in the chat. Everything goes because today we are going to be talking about, our topics are fetishes and kinks. We're going to be talking about corn and not the kind in the cup that we like to eat. No, we let this here. You know what kind of corn. The corn that we're not allowed to say the first letter P for. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to touch on furries. Do you know what furries are? Because I shouldn't know what furries were when Abel asked about it last week. So we are going to get into all that. Abel's going to take the lead on the furry one because he is going to tell you exactly what a furry is, and we're going to have a blast with that one. But first, we're going to start. Yes, you are.
I don't know what. Oh, I'm like, I don't know what that is, girl. Sorry, my mom was texting me while you were doing the introduction.
What? What was your name?
Nothing. It's just everything happens when we're recording. So
never fails. All right. So y'all know me. Let's jump right in. Nathaniel, make a sex sound.
Oh my.
You know, I'm one of those quiet people. Let's say that.
You're quiet, like me.
Yeah, I'm just quiet as heck. Hard to read. That's what it is.
Harder? What was that?
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
There it is.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nathaniel is silent during sex. Ladies, challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
I haven't met the right one yet, I guess.
Ooh. He said he's met a lot of wrong ones. Not his exes watching the show.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. At them in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started on fetishes and kinks. So there's a difference between a fetish and a kink. Like, I know we always talk about, ooh, what's your kink, what's your fetish? And not all fetishes are sexual fetishes. There are so many crazy fetishes out there. And of course, you guys know I went to Reddit and asked what were some of the craziest, wildest fetishes that you have either seen, dealt with, dated somebody with. And I gotta tell you, these are going to be hilarious. All right, but first let's get into what a fetish is. And that is an intense interest in an object, activity, or body part. Now, did you know that a fetish can be considered a mental disorder? You can literally get on disability for fetishes. That's wild.
So,
okay. Can someone in the chat verify that we're actually live on Facebook right now? Because it's not, because we're recording everything and it shows that we're live. I have my timer on, it shows I'm live, but I cannot pull it up. And so now I'm like, well,
are we live?
Are we live? Because it currently says we're live.
Who's out there?
I don't know if it's on all of our platforms, and I don't want to end it and then restart it and have this thing if it's not, you know what I mean? Because Facebook
then punishes on your phone.
I know it won't.
Okay. It shows live on my phone.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, and we're live on Twitch. I just saw it on Twitch. Okay, we
Okay,
are good.
so you guys are out there, so I don't have to restart. I don't have to make Nathaniel
No,
do
but I
those
also wanted to make sure because
moan and
I
all
didn't
that good
want you to
stuff.
go through the
Yeah.
whole thing and then have to like, you know what I mean. So that's why I was like, let me just verify because I was panicking.
This is a learning season, you guys, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So back to this can be considered a mental disorder. You can literally sign up for disability for having a fetish if it causes significant distress or is detrimental to important areas of your life. Not
Hmm.
everybody going to claim now their fetishes.
Yeah.
So,
That feels like a hard sell though, no? Like, I mean, to get disability on it, you know? I guess like if you were into like dominating women, I guess, right? Like women, business women, I guess. And it was like, well, I can't work at a job like this because I'm just gonna be in that mood the whole time.
Like, girl, go get a jump at Taco Bell then. The fuck?
I
The
know.
fuck?
Go get a job around a bunch of men.
Go be a refinery worker. The
So,
fuck? That's funny.
ooh, there you go. That one. So a kink, now a kink is almost like a fetish, but it is a term specifically used for the sexual interests outside of the norm. So not like a regular sexual, like it's like weird sexual fetishes. Those are actually called kinks. You know. So I was like, okay, all right. So 60% of the population have admitted to having kinks and fetishes, but only 37% of them actively engage in those fetishes or kinks. And 23% of the population say they have no fetishes or kinks. I think 23% of the population are lying out of their asses.
I
I think
think
everybody has it.
I don't even know if it's lying. I think that it's maybe that 23% doesn't consider what they like. They wouldn't call it a fetish because it seems maybe to them it seems so vanilla. And so to them it's like, well, no, I don't have a fetish because it's not a fetish. So maybe that's the 23%. You know what I mean? That would make more sense
That's
to me.
That's true because not all fetishes are sexually related. A lot of people hear fetish and they automatically go to the sex side of things. Like there is one, it's called yeah. So I don't know who made all these fetish names hard to fucking say. That was probably your fetish. Thanks a lot, asshole. Whoever it
Probably
was,
somebody on
but
Reddit.
I this is called formicophilia, and it is the fetish of being crawled on by insects. Like it's not for sexual pleasure, it's just they like that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Crawled on by insects. Can you imagine? Like,
Good for
no,
you.
that's not for
No,
me. No,
not for
not for
me
y'all.
at all.
How do you, I mean, like in what scenario or case are you getting a bunch of insects to crawl on you? Like, do they have a bunch of pet cockroaches or
Not
spiders?
But
maybe.
that would be their fetish. So like that would be something they take excitement or enjoyment in.
Yeah. So they're like, let's go
Uh-uh.
camping. I love being outdoors, but you know why?
Weird. That's weird vibes. Not for
But
me.
you know. And then there's another one. This one, I was like, oh, okay. It's called again. I don't know who named these
Hmm.
words. It basically has the word chancla in it, but it's masculingia, whatever. Anyway, it's the fetish. It's armpit fetish. It is an armpit fetish. They love armpits, smelling
Hmm.
them, like licking them, touching them,
Okay. Interesting.
armpits. And did you know cannibalism is considered a fetish?
Girl.
But there's
That's
also fetishes like cleanliness, like OCD, I guess, like having like the room clean, everything in its place, stuff like that. Let me see, what's another fetish? It's not like eyelashes could be a fetish. It doesn't all have to be sexual. So let's go ahead and out ourselves. What is one of your fetishes? Not kinks, a fetish. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
so. And the fetish is the one that is sexual, correct?
No, that's a
Or is
kink.
that no? That's the kink. Okay, so you I guess I'm comfortable saying that my Instagram feed is half, women who dress like clowns.
So we had this conversation. I'm here for this conversation, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm all, Abel, pull up his feed. No, I'm just kidding.
Girl, that would require a lot out of me right now. Don't make me cry.
But I don't know because it's all different. Like there's ones that obviously do it like big comfy couch, which is a lot tamer and more like birthday party clown. And then there's a lot that do like the horror stuff, which is very different. And I don't know. I like looking at it, not in a way that's like, of course, sexual, but just like, hey, this is a cool thing that for whatever reason, I enjoy looking at. I like the art
Uh,
of it, I guess.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure it's not a kink too? Because I saw a lot of your clown ladies and they barely got clothes on. They
Thirst trap.
barely got clothes on.
You can thirst trap
Girl.
anything, okay? I mean, there's a girl who rebuilds old muscle cars, half naked. I mean, it's you
Uh-huh.
can so
Oh,
no.
that's the kink. What about you, Abel? What's one of your fetishes?
I don't know, honestly. That's kind of like the way you're describing it makes it almost seem like it's a hyperfixation almost. Like what's
Who
my
does? Yeah.
what's my hyperfixation a little bit, and um I honestly I don't know. What share yours and maybe I can come back around because I don't know. I don't want to stall.
I think we should share each other's. Like, I think I know what one of Abel's fetishes are.
Okay.
I think it's the devil's lettuce.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
just took myself off screen so I can garden for sure. I didn't think of that because again, you see that I would have been a part of that 23% because in my head I'm like, oh, that's so like everyone does that. That's normal.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Let me see. I think one of mine would have to be like the weather. There's just something about the weather. Like, I, if I'm
No,
standing
bitch,
like
yours
outside,
is sweaters. You love
oh,
you fetishize sweaters, girl. Bonnie's eyes will light up like this bitch has won $1 million with a brand new sweater.
I love sweaters. Like,
Yeah,
all
Is
of
it
them are
just sweaters or
love
cardigans too?
She loves a good cardigan,
pockets,
sweater,
everything.
cozy vibe, fall vibe is Bonnie.
All of it. You ain't lying. You ain't lying on that one. Oh,
Hmm.
that and twinkle lights. Stop it right now. If I could wrap myself up in twinkle lights, just walk around like that all the time, I
Yep.
would.
Love a
Oh
good twinkle light.
Lord, don't let me get skinny, cause you gonna have some twinkle lights covering these nipples, and that's
That's
it.
it.
Oh,
Happy
love,
Halloween. Merry
love me some twinkle
Christmas.
lights.
Happy New Year. All of them.
Yeah, all of them. Merry Kwanzaa. It's good.
Merry
I love that. Now let's get into our kinks, though.
Yeah,
So Nathaniel, what's a kink, Nathaniel? And don't lie,
man.
cause we know lie.
Well, I don't know. I will say I'm gonna like disassociate the question and go straight into like I think the idea of like Rule 34 is really interesting. Are you familiar with Rule 34?
Enlighten
No,
us.
No.
so it's the rule of the internet, which is if something exists, the internet has turned it into corn. That's the rule,
Okay.
which is true. I mean, and I think there's even a website that you can go to, right, and type in anything, like any character, whether it's like a very PG character or some character from a movie, and the internet has turned it into a whole, I guess kink in a sense, which you can,
So that's your kink, finding these things that are like, damn, turned into corn.
no, but I'm gonna. That's what I'm doing. I'm throwing the question that way because I think it's very interesting, and I
That is
think.
interesting. That's great evasion that you just tried to do. Answer the question.
Mhm.
He would have won me over because I would have
Yeah,
been like, yeah, that's a good
I
answer.
thought I
I was like,
have
yeah,
them. I have them.
I was like, that's a good one. Yeah, let's move
Yeah.
on.
Well, because
I
you
was like,
started
shit,
talking
that's
about like
funny.
hyperfixations, and it's like, okay, well, people hyperfixate on like Pokemon or like Care Bears or animes is a huge thing now, right? And so
Hmm.
Rule 34, you can just look up, anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I guarantee you put that in that website or just look it up.
Oh,
It's
that's so cute.
yeah, which is
Hmm.
horrible. That's terrible.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's like
I'm gonna hyperfixate on the fact that you didn't answer the question. I'm gonna make you answer it. So, what is one of your kinks? Any
Uh,
thought?
you know, you know what? I I will say that I I think it's ZZ Top. made me addicted to women's legs. I like a pair of good legs.
There you
Uh,
go. Oh, that's not
yeah,
bad. That's kind of like I wouldn't even say that's a kink because the
yeah.
kink is outside of the norm, and that's
You
kind
know,
of
people.
a normal
There's
thing.
lots of dudes into feet, and there's lots of dudes into
Now, feet is a kink,
that
but
is, which
legs,
I've heard. I've heard though
Mhm.
that that has to associate with the part of our brains that like tells us when we're horny, and it's right next to like where the feet part is, and so they just kind of sometimes like connect, which is a weird thing.
the
Interesting.
legs one seems safe unless you're like smothering them in barbecue and licking them for like 30 minutes.
Maybe.
No,
That's
no,
a
no.
kink.
Maybe in a good pair of fishnets and that's about it. Yeah, pretty vanilla, I guess.
All right, Abel, what's one of your kinks?
Mm, I would probably say it's not necessarily like one thing, but it's like when you're being intimate, it's like the like being in the moment. It's just like I want to feel like your whole body. Like I want to feel like your hair, like your I want to feel your armpits. I want to feel all of you.
Everything.
Like that
Yeah.
just is like it just gives me like this extra sensation of like you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I get that. I get that.
Just kind of like passionate.
You're like, put it all on me.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. Well, right now, shout out to Yellowstone for giving me my current kink, and that's gonna be like cowboy hats, or belt buckle. Just come in and just like some jeans with a big belt. That one.
Whenever I see a guy in that, I'm like, that has to be so uncomfortable.
Mm-mm. I'm like, let
I
me lick your
Hard.
belt.
never think, oh, like wearing like Wranglers with like a big old belt, because I'm all about being casual and cozy and comfy all the time. So when I see someone dressed up like that, I'm like, oh, that has to be so miserable.
I'm like, I will lick that belt buckle. Come here.
Mm-mm.
So
That
which
way.
kind of like the bigger the belt buckle, the better, or is it like
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah. And if it's like super shiny and it like, let me find out you want a rodeo too. Man, isn't it almost rodeo season? Stop it.
Oh yeah, it is. We were just talking about that actually.
You're gonna catch me. We're going to the rodeo. We're going to the rodeo.
Yeah, we were saying we need to prepare for the Cowboy Carter tour. We need to expose ourselves to country before.
Yep, that one. Period. More country
It's
because
for
Cowboy
research.
so country. That's country album. I don't know why you want me hating on that show. Actually, if you want to hear me hate on that shit, tune in tomorrow because we are having our season premiere of Pop Culture After Dark, guys. So we are going
Yay.
to be shooting that tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We have so much to catch up on. Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively,
Oh, that's gonna be
the
the whole show
Grammys,
probably. That's gonna be like
everything.
yeah, the Grammys is gonna be a big one. The Super Bowl.
The Super
We have to
Bowl
touch on
stuff,
that.
Taylor
The
Swift. We
drama.
got a lot to catch up on.
Blake
So you're
Lively
listeners,
though is
that
a
one.
bitch I can't wait to talk about. And you're not going to believe who I followed today, and I'm only gonna wait and tell you on the podcast tomorrow because I want to see your reaction live. You will never guess who I actually followed.
I'm
So
like, now I want
you'll
to
see
fucking know. I can't
tomorrow.
wait till tomorrow.
And I'm not going to tell you on which platform either because I don't want you to go look at all my platforms and you'll figure it out. Because
Be checking them tonight.
one thing about Vonnie, she'll look. So
Yeah.
one thing about Vonnie, she'll go look and she'll be like, oh, well, you're not following this person and you weren't.
And I will find it. I will find it. That's one thing about me. I will
So
find
I
it.
will not tell you which platform.
All right. Well, you guys make sure you tune in tomorrow for all that good stuff. So if you have some fetishes or kinks, put it in the chat. I would love to hear what your fetishes and kinks are. Okay, so fetishes and kinks are all good and great and gravy and stuff like that. But would you leave someone over a fetish or a kink? Would you break up with them? Would you end a marriage? Would you? Yes, you would, Nathaniel?
Mm.
I think so. I think because you start getting into some like because there's obviously the things of like swinging, right? And to me, that's one of those things where, like, for me, it's always been a thought process. Like the idea of swinging feels like a way to say, "Hey, I want to start cheating on you, but I want you to not like hate me." I guess, which
Yeah.
and that's a closed-minded thought on it, but it is one of those things where I think if I was with a wife and she was like, "Hey, I think I want to start swinging," or I want to, even the idea of like, I did date a girl one time, and we were with a group of buddies, and in the back seat it was her and my buddy's girlfriend, and they started making out. And I remember, like, at the time, I think it was something she might have thought that, like, oh, I was into, like, that's hot. And
Mhm.
instead, I just got furious. I was like angry with it, not because it was anything else other than, hey, this is supposed to be my person, and she's making out with somebody else, you know. And we actually broke up over that. We did.
Mm. That's to each their
Yeah.
no hate on the swinger community. That's your thing and that's what you're into. That's great. I could never be a part of that community
Hmm.
because I am amazingly territorial with my person and whatever. Like, so I can never be part of that community unless I didn't really feel that way about you. Unless, like, hey, we're just casually dating, let's go do this or whatever. But even then, I don't think I could because, like I said, I am very territorial. Like, we
Hmm.
might just be casually dating, but you're mine right now while I have you casually. So,
Mhm.
Absolutely.
don't know. Abel, would you leave someone over it?
I think in a relationship, probably. If we're just casually dating for like a few months, probably. But I feel like if you're in a marriage with someone, and I feel like when you marry someone, you should know who they are. Like, you
Hmm.
should know who you're marrying. So at that point, you should know what they're into, what's going to be what they want. Hopefully, they've expressed that to you. So I feel like marriage, you can work through. Like, when you
Mhm.
sign up for that, in my belief, I just feel like you signed up for it. You know what I mean? And so it's like
Right.
you should know who you're marrying. Um, so I don't know. I'm torn on that because I just feel like when you, but also with me, I'm very different. I have always have my guard up. I am very hard to get to know because I can casually see you a couple of times, and I don't know. It is something I get torn on, but I think, like, but to your point though, like, you something like you're in your situation where like you were this girl and she thought that you were going to be into that, like something like that's like unacceptable because it's like, well, girl, that's
Yeah. Well, and you're right. I mean, it is one of those things like you should know that partner, right? That you're getting it into with. And, for me, like I said, I know like even my buddy that was like in the front seat driving, he told me he was like, oh man, this is like hot, right? And I was like, no, I'm very, very upset right now, you know?
mm,
And it was a little awkward for us for a little minute, a little minute, but it's just one of those things that, yeah, I get why people would find it attractive. Just was never something that I could be, I could be part of without being a little uncomfortable with, because I am that territorial too.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I think it is tricky, but here we go. I think Vonnie is back. Here we go.
That was wild. Everything just went off. Damn. Nobody wanted you to say what you really thought if you would leave. God, someone got mad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, we kind of wrapped it up. We were just talking about, like, we kind of wrapped it up and went back to Nathaniel's situation about that girl. Like, I was telling him, like, I found that crazy for her to think that he would have
Mhm.
been okay with that. Like, oh, I'm really doing my big one with this. Like, nah,
A lot of
bitch.
girls think that though because they think that that's something that guys want to see. They think
Mhm.
it's like something that turns them on. So I see it a little bit. For me,
Maybe it's also with the intent. Like, if a guy's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hook up with this chick, random chick, well, yeah, they might find that hot. But if it's like, no, it's a girl I want to get to know and date, that's different.
Yeah.
mm,
Because if you're at the bar, like, one night stand, yeah, like, yeah, she's hooking up with my friend, they're kissing, that's
yeah,
hot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's a hot chick, but I just find it a different situation.
yeah, it's someone you really care about and you
Or you want
wanted
to
a
get to know,
relationship
like, you
with.
want to invest, like, you've already
Mhm.
opened yourself, like, you opened yourself because it take before you decide to start to talk to someone. It takes, like, you have to tell yourself, like, do I want to open myself up to this? So, like, you've already been vulnerable. You know what I mean? At that point.
Mm. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
For me, I have left someone because of a fetish and
Hmm.
stuff that just wasn't for me. Um, but I think if you're in a marriage with someone, you're already there, and sometimes you can hide. Like you can think you know someone, and then you guys married a couple years down the line, and you find something out that they've been hiding this whole time, and you're like, holy shit. And then, like, I think if in that case, depending on what the actual fetish is, I might stay and put up with it depending on what it is. I think the thing that would upset me more would have been the lying and the hiding and the doing stuff behind my back thing, because then that turns into a trust issue, where
And it
as
also turns
mate.
it into like, what am I doing that you don't feel comfortable that you can tell me these things? Or,
Exactly.
then you
Like,
start doubting yourself. So it's just like a whole, it's like, like you don't want to mess with that.
just kind of snowballs. So 38% of people said they would leave someone over a fetish, but 56% of people in a relationship today, whether it's a relationship or marriage, say they hide their fetishes.
Hmm.
Um, and one of the biggest fetish that people hide is their corn fetish or their corn addictions. Anything involving corn. So 51% of people said that they have divorced because of corn. Corn played a role in that divorce. But 27% of people said that when they divorced because of corn, it was strictly because of the corn. Everything else was fine. Everything else was fine. It was just the fact that their person was either addicted to corn, watched it, didn't, like, disregarded, whatever, or they spent a lot of money on it.
Mhm.
Now that's the thing. That's the thing for me. In a world of free corn everywhere, don't let me find out you spent even $1.99 on something, because that is gonna piss me off. Well, I will divorce you over $1.99 on corn. I don't give a
But you
fuck.
know what? It's also though, like, I'm not lying, like, because I watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and a lot of like B-list Drag Race stars end up doing OnlyFans. So then I'm like, oh my god, I'm so interested because I've invested into their like live, and I'm like, they're doing this off the wall shit. So I'm literally paying them for their corn, but I'm like, it's because I'm so invested in this person as like the parasocial relationship, that I'm like, I can't believe they're out here showing their thing, so
You're like the bestie that supports regardless.
yeah, like,
I'm
girl, I got your
supporting.
back, but I'm gonna look, I'm gonna look, here we look and we do judge, but still,
Oh, we do.
we do.
We listen and we judge.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Knowing that, Nathaniel, when you're in a relationship, do you still look at porn?
You know, I think yeah. Well, I mean, most situations I have for sure. Because I mean, there's always just I don't know. I mean, there's what is like a time frame thing, or it's like, man, you have this itch or whatever, and the person's not around, right? Or they're at work. So I think it's appropriate. I think
You
I've
don't.
definitely.
So you said you think it's appropriate. Now, is this do you hide it from your partners? Do you lie
No,
about it? If they ask you, what
I
if they
think it's a
ask
little
you not to
uncomfortable.
do it? What if
I
they ask
mean,
you not?
I would definitely be like, hey, well, we're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to do it a little more. We're gonna have to, uh, like even the buying content stuff, right? Like, um, if you don't want me to look at that from somebody else, right? I would need a little something, which is hard to ask of a partner, right? Like, hey, you need to do this for me. But I don't know. It's to me, I almost feel off if I don't do that, right? So I don't know. I
Well,
guess that's my thought
telling them
process.
you need to do this is not really asking your partner.
That
So
is
maybe
true.
that could be a reason why they wouldn't feel comfortable if that's how you approach them. Because me, if you tell me I need to do something, you about to get a fight. We fighting. We
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah, we're boxing
What
it
do you
out.
mean I need to do something? If you tell me you need it, hey, this is what I need. I got you, boo boo. What would you
Mhm.
like it? Panoramic, Fujifilm, wide lens, up close. What do you need? I got you.
What number do
Mm,
you want to do today? Pick a number, we'll
period.
figure it out.
What script would you like today? I will have five scripts
What
ready.
color
What
what
do you
color
need?
hair do you want me to have today?
Pick my
We got
wig.
we
Oh,
got
pick
we
my
got
wig.
options, bitch. We
Pick
got
my wig. There
options.
you go.
We got
So,
options in this house, bitch.
what if you do have a female that's giving you all of that? The sex is great. She's basically your personal porn star. She gives you the content that you need, like pictures, videos, all that stuff. Would you still look at porn or content at that point? Or naked women, not even just porn, half naked women. Would you still scroll those thirst traps, give them double taps, all that stuff? Because that right now is the biggest issue in relationships, brought on a lot by the internet, like
Mhm.
this day and age. But you guys are going to be surprised over some statistics I'm about to tell you guys. But go ahead and answer that question, Nathaniel.
I think if someone, because it in a way it does almost feel like rude, or it almost feels like too much to ask of a person, you know. But I mean, in this hypothetical, right, this person's willing to do all that. Then yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
oh, the internet said he's
well,
lying.
yeah, the
He's
internet.
lying.
Internet's not interneting. I saw his bars dropping too. He was like at 5, then he dropped to 3, and I said, "Ooh." Then it was 1, and then homeboy,
Oh, oh, the internet gods did not believe the
they
bullshit
did
coming out of his
not.
mouth.
They said lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm screaming. Nathaniel
It's
was
like if we were talking about
lying.
Nicki Minaj or something,
I
like on
know.
pop culture, because pop culture girl Nicki Minaj stays hating us. She's
Oh
probably the
my
one that got
god.
our YouTube channel banned, banana.
You know what? Let's talk about that really quick while we wait for Nathaniel and his lies to come back on the screen. While we wait for him and his
Lies, lies,
lies to
lies,
come
lies,
back.
lies, lies. He's gonna be like, "Oh, my bad, power went out." Lies.
So, you guys, if you guys have been following us, you know we have a YouTube channel. And normally we are live on our YouTube channel as well. A lot of you guys watch us from your YouTube channels. And sad to say, we have not been able to go live on our YouTube channel this season because apparently somebody decided to either mass report or report our Mean Girls episode from last season. We do not know who it was, and YouTube, for whatever reason, is deciding to delete our.
Our account. So Vonnie just cut off now. So this is great. Um, but yeah, so what she was gonna tell you guys, I think, is that we are going to be having a new YouTube channel, and we're gonna be having a YouTube channel. Everything's gonna be going live on there, hopefully soon.
Yeah,
Hopefully by next week we'll be able to go live on the YouTube channel. Hopefully,
yeah,
fingers crossed.
yeah. Hopefully. Like, so YouTube, you guys are assholes for that because we didn't do anything. We didn't do any like I rewatched that episode. Like I
Oh
could
yeah,
not find a single thing on there. So did you tell them right now it's still available?
it is
Okay,
still.
so
Oh, no, I haven't told them that. No.
okay, so right now you still can access our YouTube channel and our videos and our past episodes on there. So you can still go and watch it. It just might not always be available because Abel was in kind of an appeals process with them, filling out some stuff, but they just said nope. And it's up for deletion. So we
I
do not
think
know when that is going to happen.
I was reading, because our favorite place to go is Reddit, and I was reading a bunch of Reddits about it, and people were saying how when that usually happened, it's because, like you said, mass reporting. So it's
Master.
multiple of people reporting the same exact account at the
Yeah.
same time.
So,
So
yes.
that's
So whoever it was, whoever it was,
I hope
all
you
you
have the
cute
day
little
you deserve.
haters, all you cute little haters, keep reporting it. It's fine. We'll just make other ones. We'll come back.
There'll
Like,
be bitches who runs 1, bitches who runs 2, bitches who runs
period.
3. Girl, we'll keep it going. And
Bitches who will always brunch. Okay. So we are
oh,
so okay with that. All right. Look, Nathaniel's back with his lies. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
yeah,
liar.
I jumped on the Facebook Live and I want to see. I heard all
Oh,
the crap I was
he's like,
talking.
yeah, sorry, I'm talking all this
Uh,
shit.
He's
He's
all
all
talking.
Miley.
He's
uh-huh.
talking
He's
shit.
all Miley
Wow.
was good.
Yeah, it's great content, guys.
Clip
Great content.
that.
I don't even remember the question, so
I'll
we'll
bet
just
you
move
don't.
on.
I'll bet you
That's
don't.
probably a
He's
lie.
all forgot the lies I was
No,
telling.
no. I had look. It feels like a lot to ask of someone, but if they were doing everything, heck yeah, I wouldn't look at it.
You wouldn't. You
No
wouldn't.
need.
Now, do you think
No need.
that you can stay away from it for like always, or do you think it would just be a moment and you'd have more itches for it later? Like, is that a visual thing? Like, where when men say like, "Oh, it's to scratch an itch," bitch, what itch? Show it to me. Show me that fucking. I'll scratch it for you, bitch. Bring me
I
the fucking
think
itch.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna get a little conspiracy theory on y'all. I think a lot of it is a lot of brainwash. I think it is. I think that the world is so commercialized. I think that sex is very much it sells, right? Sex sells, so it's very commercialized. Um, it's an easy way for people to kind of get a big following, get a lot of money going through, and there's a lot of people who kind of go into that niche for some audiences, right? And so I think, corn also does that thing where it brainwashes people into like fantasizing a part of sex that is not really true, right? Um, and I think it just ruins a lot of people's brains, and I think it can be a sickness. I really do.
No, you're absolutely right. It is a big I'm sorry. The corn addiction is like the numbers are going up. And more men are coming forward and admitting that they have a corn addiction and seeking help, going to therapists and counselors and everything over it, like taking medication over it. So, but not only that, corn addiction can also affect a man's ability to use their packages. It
Mhm.
it will affect that, creating false expectations or anything like that. So it just and then that diminishes your self-esteem, your self-worth as a man, all that stuff. So it can be very detrimental, in very large doses constantly. Because if you're one of those people where it's like you have to do this and you have to hide it and you have to constantly do it and you're looking for all these avenues to do it and that's like on your fucking mind. You wake up, you gotta see titties real quick. You wake up, you gotta do this, and that's what starts your day. It's like it's like a caffeine addiction or a smoking addiction or a drinking addiction. It's all the same.
Well, and it
So,
is something too that I think, like I said, I mean, it is so commercialized and so easily accepted now because they do like Comic Cons now, but for porn stars, you
Hmm.
know?
mhm.
That's a huge
I
thing, you
know.
know? And then I think with the personalization too, with like OnlyFans or Fansly, where it's like, you know, people can pay for these corn stars to say your name. They could say Nathaniel for me,
I bet.
and do these lewd acts that, yeah, they could do that for me,
Oh my
right? And
god.
that's something that makes it feel more personalized, right? And then you get more of an addiction to. And then there's like VR stuff now, you know. I mean, to think that
Not
we
all,
went from Playboy to now, you can VR with a woman, right? That's crazy.
not all of these all these corn stars doing cameos. Oh
Oh,
my
that's
God.
so funny.
That'd be so funny. Technically, I have Fansly accounts all over the place. Apparently, I have to keep getting them shut down because I've had several accounts I've had to shut down, and I'm like, oh, that's not me. Just so y'all know, look for the tattoos.
This
It's
bitch.
not me. But okay, so these are the statistics I told you guys. I mean, it's like okay, 2015 in 2015, 92% of married men admitted to still looking at porn while they're married, and their wife like lying to their wife about it. Now that was in 2015. In 2025, that number dropped down to 73%. And the biggest reason
Mm.
for the drop is men said they find it disrespectful to their wives, but only after it being explained to them were they like, oh, okay, I get it. But also a lot of Gen Zers were a part of this. They're the ones more so that were like, no, they find it disrespectful to their wives. Gen X, millennials, they're like, fuck my wife. I'm gonna do it anyway. And a lot of Gen Zers are like, oh no, it's so disrespectful. I wouldn't do that to her. Like, imagine how she would feel, And this goes back, I think, able to what we were talking about, how guys are sassy now.
They are, girl.
So zesty. They're zesty.
They're a little zesty. They're like, yes, queen, I would never do that to you. And I'm here for it.
Me and
I'm here
Jonathan,
for it.
this is kind of random, but it's not. So me and Jonathan were watching a movie last night called The Gorge, and I was laughing because it's like Miles Teller and some girl. Anyways, I was like, can you imagine if Miles Teller just looked at her and was like, period?
Stop it. I already think he's cute. Imagine.
Yeah, because they were both like snipers, and she like got this like amazing shot, and I was like, can you imagine if he just looked at her and was like, period?
Period. Queen, go off. Like, down, king, let's go.
That's funny.
Uh, now I expect Nathaniel to say period at some point.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I
You
will.
got
I'm gonna say
me.
y'all. This podcast had me gagged.
Gagged and
Period.
pooped. Period.
All right. So let's get into some of these fetishes that Reddit said they have had to deal with. And let's see if we would deal with those. All right. Here we go. You already fucking know. Where's my Reddit people? Step to the front, you nasty mother. Okay. He wanted to dress in diapers and wanted me to bottle feed him. Couldn't be me.
No.
Like,
Wait.
Horrible.
At your big age with that big back, you want me to feed you? Bitch, get up. I don't got time for this shit. Fuck them kids.
Hold on.
Fuck you, bitch.
Wait a minute. So we don't have to have sex. I just have to, you're going to wear a diaper that I don't have to change. And all I have to do is bottle feed you. What are you giving me? That's going to be my question.
Yeah. Am I getting like a little PJ, like a little private jet moment, whatever? Like,
yeah.
What
is this Cash App going off? Like, what are we making?
Zelle.
What are we doing?
We can do Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, PayPal. Let me know. We'll figure it
all
out.
of it.
You got me rethinking it, friend. You got me
So,
rethinking
yeah.
my life choices.
I might, if that's all I got to do, maybe. We'll see. All right. Here's one.
And it better be a clean diaper.
Right. Don't you come over. Oh, imagine like a 30-year-old man in a dirty diaper, like just shit, like sitting in front of you, like sucking on his thumb, shitting, like taking the shit right in front of you.
Bottle on the head. Get your ass up.
Knock him out.
Ass up, bitch.
Okay, here's one about a female. She had a stuffed animal fetish. They slept in the bed with us all the time.
That's weird. I literally have squishmallows behind me, but this is an office space, so it's like literally, if they were on my bed, I would die. I would be like, no, absolutely not.
Like for deco.
Yeah,
it's deco. That's a deco thing.
That's all they are.
Imagine.
But I mean, they weren't using the stuffed animals, right? They were just there on the bed.
On the bed while you're sleeping, while you're doing other things, like you're going down on her, and Raggedy Ann is just looking at you the whole time.
Yeah, Raggedy Ann is wild. No one has a Raggedy Ann stuffed animal, okay?
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I haven't heard that in years.
No one has a Raggedy Ann doll.
I beg to differ. You're going to find a Raggedy Ann doll sitting right next to me on the next episode.
Is the person that put in your mind, are they, from the 40s? Is that what
Girl,
no, I'm just
to
be a collector item.
They do sell it at Walmart for $25.99.
Period. Wow. Period. Where's that period, Nathaniel? Period.
Yeah, period. Period.
Look, there it is.
Wow.
Raggedy
Ann. That's the original Annabelle doll, believe it or not, is a Raggedy Ann doll.
Girl, so you got to be down there licking kitty while Annabelle doll is looking at you dead ass in the face. Nothing.
I'd be like, do not possess me. That's what
for I am already possessed.
Yeah. Look how well I'm treating your master right now.
Listen, Annabelle, mind your business, girl. This is grown folk business. This is grown folk business, girl.
Grown folk. We grown here, Annabelle.
Girl, you don't pay no damn bills. The fuck?
We grown here, but she got a bed full of stuffed animals. Okay.
It's different. Times have changed.
All right. So Nathaniel's a yes. Yes, give it to him.
I'm cool with that. That's all right. Hey, those squishmallows are comfortable.
They are, but like one, like if I had one on the sofa with me and I was using it as a pillow, like that's okay. But if I walked into someone's bed and I wanted to like have an intimate night and they were like, well, hold on, let me get my Pikachu squishmallow on the bed with us, I'm like,
yeah, well,
I love the good Pikachu, but bitch, no.
I might do it for a Snorlax. I don't know. I like that big guy. So, all right. Now this one says he sucked his thumb at night. He was 37.
I've seen adults do that.
I mean, that's like a tick thing, though, right? I mean, that's not really
is because I literally bite my nails. I do fidget all the time and things. I think it's more of a tick thing.
So would you be with someone that sucked their thumb at night?
Like at night, like while they're asleep, or hold on, or like we're sitting at the sofa. We're sitting at the sofa watching a movie, and they're like,
no, just when they're in bed, they have to go to sleep. So imagine you roll over to give them a kiss, and they're sucking their thumb already. Look,
Every
thumbs
night?
up. It did it
Every night?
every night.
Mm.
Sucking that thumb. That's how they have to fall asleep. They cannot fall asleep any other way except for sucking their thumb.
Man, I'm gonna say I'm cool with that because I feel like they need some therapy is what they need.
I'll probably roll
They don't
over
need
my
someone to not accept
pajamas.
them.
Roll over
They
in my
need acceptance in
pajamas.
their
Nathaniel
life.
Nathaniel said I could fix her.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a red
She's
flag.
obviously gone through some traumatic events. We need to get her in therapy.
That's a
Someone
red
find her a
flag.
therapist.
I'm dead.
Mm.
I don't know if I could or not. Maybe.
I know. I don't know. The way
Maybe.
you
Well,
describe
you
it,
know
I'm
what?
like, that sounds like hell.
Okay, from a girl's standpoint, this is the only way that I can be like, if he's been sucking his thumb, that means he's good at sucking stuff. Women love nipple play. So that could be a good thing. Possibly. Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
What are you gonna do? Be like, boy, suck on that thumb, suck on this nipple.
Yeah. Put this titty in your mouth. Shut up. I
Make it a
don't
little
know.
more
If you
romantic
don't
than
get
that,
that big
Abel.
ass mouth over here in this titty.
Yeah, yeah. But then after sex, after you're done with it, then you're like, boy, you don't get your fucking hand out your mouth.
Like,
Never
just
mind. I
suck on
don't be fun him
the
too much.
same thumb that you put in that booty hole. Okay.
Okay.
Go home,
Right?
Roger. Go home, Roger.
Ooh, imagine if Roger don't even like clean his finger afterwards, straight in his mouth. Oh no.
Good night.
And then he wants to kiss you? No. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's negative. All right. Here's one. He wanted me to poop on him. I told him I was okay with peeing, but not pooping, but he needed the poop.
He needed
What?
the poop.
That's a negative for me. No, that's a no for me, dog.
I can't do that either.
Nathaniel, did we finally find something that you would not be okay with?
That's no, that's not. You're not gonna defecate on me. What is it?
No,
Dysentery. No one's died from dysentery in a long time. I don't want to be the first one to.
no, she wants you to poop on her.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Like,
No.
nobody wants. Like that's a
No,
ugly
no,
sight.
no.
That's
Because
an ugly
I feel like like we were talking about the masturbation, right? And how people keep that private. I feel like my bowel movements are very private. I don't need to share that with somebody, you know?
That one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid.
That's why it's
Nope, could it
important
be
that I
because
have more than one toilet in our house because I'm like I don't like to share a toilet and then have like a warm seat when you go in. This is warm. I'm like, you're just sitting on it for 20 minutes. Now it's my turn. It's gross.
Now it's my turn.
I can't do it. I need a cold seat.
Yeah, I need a fresh seat.
I need it fresh. Yeah, no.
And private.
Not just that, but poop, that smell literally lingers. It gets, I don't care how much you wash something or whatever, and then they want that on their skin? No. Mm.
No, that's a
That's
bad one. That's a bad one.
It's a no for me, dog.
Okay, check this one out. He only wanted to watch movies where people or animals were eating each other violently. First of all, what movies is you watching?
Like zombie movies? There's nothing but like
animals,
zombie films? I don't understand.
Like Pet Cemetery.
Cannibalism, animals like hunting each other.
He's watching The Walking Dead over and over and over. He's like
cannibalism. Like
weirdo.
No. That'd be weird. I like other genres. I need other genres in my life. I'm a movie buff, so this could be a no for me.
Yeah, I need variety. You never know what mood I'm in. You know, you never know what kind of day I'm having. So I'm like, do I want something violent? Do I want something funny? Do I want something to make me cry? What are we feeling here?
Yeah, I couldn't do that. So yeah, but she prefaced this by saying I stayed with him for 6 months.
Oh, you got tired quick.
He must have had some DD because I wouldn't stay with him for 6 hours.
Girl, that was D.
He has some DD. He has some DD and some money to go with that DD. DD, money, all of it.
I agree.
All right. This one, you guys, you cannot make this shit up. Reddit? What the fuck? Okay. She was only with me because my leg was amputated. She wanted to do the most disgusting things to my nub. I'm ashamed to say I allowed it.
That one's a lot.
She's like, I'm gonna ride your face. No, bitch, I'm gonna ride your nub.
Oh,
Give me the nub.
God. That's horrible. That one's bad.
Okay, yep.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate the fucking internet. That's enough internet for me. Girl,
And he left her.
as soon as this podcast is over, I'm gonna go watch Baddies and mind my business without the internet. That's enough for me today. We're shutting it down after this episode.
Am I disgusting because I wanted him to go into detail? Because what did y'all do? What was the most disgusting things to your nub? What I want to know.
What made you ashamed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where did the nub start? Like, was it like, or was it leg nub?
Leg.
So
It
yeah.
was
So
leg.
where did it? Where
A
you know, like,
leg
was it the
nub.
ankle? Was it
What was he doing?
The ankle or the knee? I got questions because if it was the
Yeah.
knee, that's a thick nub. What did she
But also,
do?
if he's somebody like very puny, you know what I mean? Like if he's small.
Oh, you're right. He'd be skinny
And with a little
and
nub.
it's like a little chicken nugget nub. And ain't nothing.
God?
Yeah.
You're saying
Are
he
we
looked like a
offending
raw
any-
flat?
Is that offensive to say nub?
What would you say?
What? Yeah,
Ooh.
well, he said nub. I'm just saying he said it. He said my nub. No.
Detached limb? I don't know what
Vonnie
you would
sounds like a kid that was accused of something. She's like, he said it.
He said it.
She's like, look, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whoever we're live on, bitch. Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said it. I wouldn't say it. I would say, well, I don't even know what the fuck I would say. I would, on my own. But and he's saying the most disgusting things. I don't know why a bunch of food stuff is coming to mind because what did she do? Did she lick you like a hot dog? Did she put some relish and some ketchup and some mustard on that hole and went to town? I need to know what the disgusting thing was that she did.
Or like my current hyperfixation is the Taki powder that we bought at the Trade Center. Did she put Taki powder on it?
Taki powder. Oh, her corpus is showing. They put tahini on it.
Yes.
There's some. What is it? Valencia? What's the hot sauce everybody likes?
I hate
Oh,
the fucking internet.
horrible. Okay, yeah. So if you were an amputee, would you let someone do that to your body part?
No.
I feel like I would.
I
You
don't
know
think
what?
I would.
I'm a little like you know, I'm very curious, like you are in it. But at the end of the day, right? I mean, it's your body that they want to be all over, so that kind of feels good. That feels a little bit like, all right, cool. You know,
What would be something nasty you wouldn't let them do to your nub?
not shit on
Should-
it. That's for sure.
Yeah, what if she like put her?
It's not going in
picture-
the booty hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what if she
don't-
like wants
yeah.
your nub in her
Like
booty
if it's
hole?
well, if it's like something like where if I lost at my wrist, right, and she was like, I want to use it like a dildo, I'd be like, well, hold on, let's think about that for a second.
But what if you lost your ankle and she's like, I want you to fuck me in my ass with your ankle, and you're just there with your foot, you know?
I think a great Christmas card though would be like, you know how people are always
What
like,
is
oh, I'll kick you in the
happening
ass.
here?
I'll put my foot up your ass. If you do a Christmas card where you like put your ankle nub in someone's ass. Finally
So
do
you
it.
would you would do that? You would put your ankle nub in a girl's booty hole
Just for a Christmas card because I think it'd be funny.
just for a Christmas card?
Do it for the boy.
Be like, I got so tired of her, I stuck my foot up her ass.
I'm dead. I cannot. Okay, man.
I'd have some fun with it for sure. I think.
Nathaniel, everybody, Low and
Yeah.
Slow Barbecue. Make sure you follow them. All right, try and get to this next one.
Oh
All right,
God.
she said
Stupid.
she wanted me to dress like a woman during sex and her like a man. I did it, and it was fine until one time she was looking at herself in the mirror, and I caught her pointing to herself and winking at herself.
She said, "Yeah, I own that ass tonight,
She was
boy."
like, yeah, while she's right. Well,
I
she's
see a
dressed
few
like
things
a
to
guy,
work with
and he's
for
dressed like
sure.
a girl.
She's like, yeah.
Would you do that,
It
Nathaniel?
reminds me of that, what was that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? Where they have that one
Also,
couple in there where they're like reversed roles. You know, I mean, if that's what
that
you're
is so
into.
funny. Yeah, if it works for them, I don't care.
That is. Oof. All right, I'm still thinking about this homie and his
You know,
nub.
you were
All
talking
right,
about it too, though, and I feel like we see it all the time. Like there are femme men now, right? And they're
Mm-hmm.
very in touch with their femme side. They're very femme, but they're rocking it. They're straight, you know. And then same thing with women. There's dominated women that, you know, and if they're still attracted to that, you know, I mean, that is what
so
it is.
you'd put on a dress and
Me
have
personally, no, I would not.
yeah,
My thighs couldn't. My thighs wouldn't look good in a dress.
Yeah,
Abel, are you gonna put
I'm
on
a
a
gay.
dress?
No, bitch, I'm a gay man and I'm not wearing a dress, bitch. No, fuck that. I told you, I'm all about comfort. It's moo. I'll wear a moo.
Period. That
Girl,
shit.
I want a moo. I want
Nathaniel.
to wear a moo
Period.
with
Yeah,
Crocs.
period,
Period. I'll be
period.
set for life.
I love the trend on TikTok, the moo trend with the guys. Oh, I love it. It kills me. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it yet, go to
I just
TikTok and put moo trend.
I just
One more
ordered a
time.
TikTok shop. I just did my TikTok shop chair and then I did oversized like onesie hoodie thing.
That's awesome. I'm here for that. Moo-moos for men. Moo-moos for men. I'm here for that.
Cozy
I'm gonna
vibes.
buy all the men in my life a moo for Christmas this year.
Not sponsored.
All right. So the last one says he was a furry. The end. And I'm gonna let that segue us into our furry segment. So, what do you guys think? If your partner was a fur or someone you were dating or wanted to, would you end the relationship over a furry? If that person was a furry.
I think for me, it depends on how big into the furry scene are they, right? Are they because they can spend like $3,000 on a costume, right? I mean, we're talking money, right? So that's a financial struggle you got to think about for one. And then like all the Comic Cons are expensive to go to, the furry cons are expensive to go to. Is that the only way they want to have intercourse, right? That to me, that's like those are the signs. Like,
That's true.
Yeah.
Because that could also be like an addiction. Then it's like
Mhm.
it's like, well, do they have to have that for pleasure? Because then if it's like a casual thing, like oh, there's a common like even like a special occasion, a Valentine's, a birthday, and let's just do something fun to spice it up. It's fun. It's fine. But like to your point, Nathaniel, is like when it's like, well, do you need that? Because at this point, it's like a third in our relationship. Then
yeah.
Mhm. So, for those of you that don't know what furries are, I'm going to let Abel take the lead on explaining what a furry is because he had to explain it to me. Because last week when he asked about furries or brought up furries, I thought it was just a guy that was really hairy. So I was very wrong. So,
no, I told you
Guy
it's
that is
not.
really hairy.
I was picturing like the dude from 40 Virgin with his back all full of hair, but like all over your body. That's what I was picturing.
So I've always known about furries. Obviously, I've had a general idea of what it was, but I only really knew what it was because I played this game called Marvel Rivals, and there's this character called Squirrel Girl. And let me tell you, one thing about Marvel Rivals, their characters got, okay, they got ass. All of them. The men, the ladies, and well, people started cosplaying Squirrel Girl. And then I started seeing the cosplayers on TikTok. I'd visit like their page, and then you're like, oh, they're one of those creators. They have OnlyFans, and then you're like, I'm like, okay, that's a furry community. It's not. I thought it was something cute. Like I thought it was, and it still was cute. I was like, oh, it's so cute. But I was just like, oh no, this is somebody. This is their jam. This is what they want,
Yeah.
girl. They want the little squirrel girl.
So the furry community is actually a very, very big thing. And I would just like everyone to know we are a friend of the furries here at Bitches Who Brunch. If you are a furry, come to the front. We love you guys. Y'all are adorable.
I have my little raccoon, my little rocket raccoon.
Oh, he's so cute. So furries actually make up 2% of the entire US population. That is a lot. That is a lot. 2% doesn't sound like a lot in the grand scheme, but it is actually a lot. It is a huge, they have furry culture and community. They make fursonas. That is their furry persona. Now, it is also deals with a lot of art and creativity. There's canon, there's storytelling, there's like paintings, drawings, all that stuff. And it's all a part of this furry fandom that is out there. And you're right, they do have conventions like Anthrocon, that is in Pittsburgh, held annually, and the Midwest Fur Fest, that is in Chicago. And these are huge, huge furry cons, if you will. Um, Now, there are some common misconceptions when it comes to furries, and this is, I think, what everybody assumes is that it's all sexual. It's about, whatever kind of sexual gratification. And maybe a lot of the fans of the furry culture, for them it is sexual, but for people actually that take part in the furry culture and community that have their personas, it is not about sex. It is about a split persona of theirs to show off their creativity and, stuff like that. And not all furries believe that they are actually animals. Some furries do. They live their life in that persona, you know. Another misconception of them is that they wear these suits, like you were talking about the suits earlier. Now, some wear costumes, but most of them don't. They might wear the little ears, little ear headbands and stuff like that, or little tails, but the majority of them don't. And it's mainly about the art and the storytelling and the online role play. That is the huge part of the furry kingdom that they have created. Um, Yeah, I don't know. Could you but I don't think it's for me. Like, this is fun, but I'm 45, so you know what I mean? But I guess it
Yeah.
could be said because I'm such a Harry Potter fanatic, and I will go to Hogwarts. I will go to a building that's supposed to be Hogwarts. I will ride the Hogwarts Express. I have Harry Potter tattoos everywhere. I will dress up I will go to a wizard fest. So I don't like, you know what I mean? But I'm not living my life as a wizard. So there's I don't know.
There's always
I
the
agree.
cutoff too, right?
No. Yeah, I don't know if like sexually, if they're like gonna take their furry persona into the bedroom, it might be fun once a month, but every
Maybe.
day you want me to sleep with your fox ass, like you're a fox, like you dress up as the fox from Zootopia, who I actually think is pretty hot because I love Jason Bateman. He's such a smart ass. But like first of all, I'm not gonna have fur all over my shit because I have cats and I already have fur in places I
Yeah.
shouldn't have. So I don't know. I don't know if I could
That's
do it.
funny. I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to.
No.
Not if it was like their everyday. Now if it was just like a hobby, like to show their creative side, and then every now and then it just happened to come in. I could do that. I could definitely. That would be okay. That to me that would just be another quirk, like one of my quirks. Like I have many. You know what I mean? So I'd be like, that's
Yeah.
cool. I would like that if they were
Well,
something
Yeah, I agree with
passionate about
Abel.
that. If they were passionate about that, I would find that cool.
but not every day, especially the ones that like want to talk like the animals. Like
Run, bitch.
I
Run,
saw a
bitch.
video where this girl was like a cat and she just meowed to everything. Meow, meow, like, bitch, if you don't, do you want food or not? I'm about to give you a
Dude,
bowl of milk. Call it a day.
I'll get violent quick. I have patience. I have no, okay, I have no patience. I have
No, you don't.
zero patience. So for a bitch to purr at me, imagine you get home. Like yesterday, if I would have got home and Jonathan purred at me, I probably would have had a mental fucking breakdown. Okay. Don't purr at me, bitch. Okay. The fuck? We're not playing Blue's Clues, bitch. I don't know you. No. So yeah, don't purr.
you
That's
get
annoying.
you
I
get
could
home and he barks at
never.
you.
Bitch, that would be my 13th reason. That'd be it. That would have been it yesterday, let me tell you. That would have been it.
I'll
That'd
be
been a
like, you finna
wrap.
get neutered right now. You getting fixed right now.
Hmm. Big
What
time.
about you, Nathaniel?
You know, I agree with Abel in a lot of the sense. Like, if it was a hobby, if it was a passion, right, you almost kind of admire it because it's like, okay, it's what they're into. And if it's like
Mhm.
not something all the time, but I mean, like I've seen, obviously the internet's got to everything, right? So that hits my feed from time to time where I'll see it, and like there's a dude I follow, and I don't know if you'd classify it as furry, but what he does is he's called it's like the Furby Pope, and so it's actually Furby. He has a big Furby mask or head thing, and he dresses like the
The
Pope.
fucking scary. No, you got me outside your mind. That's a scary.
But
Nah,
is that
fuck that.
considered a furry, right? Like it's crazy stuff like that too that just all exists. It's weird. But I
No.
mean,
I,
I say it's weird, but it's one of those things, right? Like everyone has that little bit of weird, right? I mean, there's
Yeah,
something.
like a cork. Yeah.
not them Furbies remind me of the Chuck E. Cheese characters, the puppets that are there at Chuck E.
Oh,
Cheese.
the
No,
yeah.
no. I wanna meet a dinosaur one. Is there a dino furry out there? Rawr. I want
Probably.
somebody like
Well,
roaring
the
everywhere.
dinosaurs are not furry.
I mean, we don't know that for real.
That is true.
I want a furry T-Rex. Okay,
Mm.
not all these furries about to hit my DMs and shit.
You know how like the
I'm
dog
here for.
hairs, like dogs have like long-haired versions and short-haired versions. Like I want a
Oh,
long-haired T-Rex.
I think maybe if there was a panda one, I might be entertained by that because I love pandas. I love pandas. You can't tell me the pandas are not furries. There's just people inside panda suits. Have you
They
seen them?
are. They are.
So
Pandas are definitely furries.
I don't know. So before we end the episode, we are gonna let Nathaniel talk a little bit about himself. We swear he's not lying this time. These will be all truths. We swear. But tell us a little bit about himself, what he does, and just promote what he's got coming up. So go ahead, Nathaniel.
Yeah. So I'm, like that we've talked about, I'm with Low and Slow Barbecue. We're a South Texas based team. We are looking at opening a website soon and start selling some merch, some cool merch. One of the biggest things we're promoting right now is the South Texas Barbecue Bash. So what that kind of is a free family friendly event that offers people's choice. So you can kind of go around and taste a bunch of food all day. It's all free. There's free alcohol out there, and there's a free music concert out there. They're actually gonna have the Los Palominos out there this year. It's gonna be a really big event. It's in Karnes County, Texas, which it's right by the hospital there, Otto Kaiser. And this event is going on April 26th. So it'll be going on at 11 till pretty much midnight. And yeah, it's a fun event. It's all free. That's the good part about it, right? It's kind of their way of just thanking all the people in that area and inviting as many people as possible.
Now you guys did win something at last year's event,
We
correct?
did, yeah. So this organization, they're called the Texas Barbecue Bash. They have one in West Texas as well. We actually won the People's Champ in South Texas last year, so we're the reigning champs right now. We're going to try to come in and win that title again, and then we actually won the Showmanship Award at the West Texas one. So definitely really excited. Please follow our Instagram. You can kind of see a lot of that stuff on it as well. Our Instagram is low.in.slow.texas, which I know is a lot, but I swear it's worth it. A lot of food, a lot of memes, and then hopefully just a good time overall.
That's great. Now you are a part of a team. Tell us about your team.
Yeah. So it's actually me and a group of guys that we were actually in a band before, which is kind of cool. Uh, so we realized we couldn't do the band thing anymore and decided we need to do something else. So we all liked cooking. It's one of those things we all grew up in the backyards, right? Cooking something with our family or, our grandparents, our fathers. And we're just doing that now together. Kind of a way to stay connected with a good group of friends for sure.
And what is your favorite thing to barbecue?
For me, it's a brisket, hands down. It is. It's one of those things that it's such a labor of love. I mean, we're talking a minimum of 12 hours to cook a brisket. That takes dedication for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I am a barbecue fanatic. I love it. So you will catch Bitches Who Brunch at this barbecue bash. I am so excited to go and try all these different ones and also to try Low and Slow Barbecue. And like Abel said, we judge. We're judgers. We'll let you know. So you guys already know we're going to let you know. So if y'all guys want to check that out, you can go over to our Instagram page. I am also following them as well as the barbecue bash page. and I will be putting it up on my stories, and you guys can hit them up and follow them. So thank you for joining us tonight, Nathaniel, and we look forward to next week's episode. Also, don't forget to catch us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for Pop Culture After Dark. Come with us. Let's talk shit about these celebrities, because we know you're talking shit about Blake Lively, and we're going to talk shit about it too. Tell them all about it, Abel.
I cannot wait. Blake Lively. Oh, y'all, you have no idea of my thoughts. Like, okay, Blake Lively, I have a lot to say about her, but I'm really the most exciting thing I am looking forward to tomorrow is to revealing who I followed, because it is going to. I'll start the podcast episode with that, so you have to be live with us at 8 o'clock. I'll make sure to start the episode with that, because that's going to set the tone for the entire show. So there you go.
Well, I can't wait. I'm excited. So make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. And then we'll see you guys next week. And before we leave, shout out to Rocks, Vitamins, and Subs. Make sure you're checking them out. They are here locally, and we love you guys. So we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.